What's up guys, Therussiansquad here, and for today's video I bring you guys Asuras Wrath, and this is a demo actually on the PS3, so this means this is not on the Xbox, but my friend brought it over. He brought his PS3 over and he asked me, hey, have you ever heard of Asuras Wrath? And I said, no, I've never heard of this game, because I think it's only on PS3, I'm not sure. This game is made by Capcom, so it's going to be a fighting type of game, and this game to me looked like God of War 3, quick action, fight big enemies and revenge kind of story. So he said, here, I'll show you. So he played it and I was watching. He played a little bit and I was like, this game looks fucking badass. I've never seen a game like this. So after he was finished playing, I said, can I try it? So he let me play, and when I played it, the game had weird controls, not just that it was a PS3 controller I'm not used to, but the controls were weird. There was a lot of moving around, as you can see right now, shooting stuff, quick actions, dodging, shooting, type of similar, Japanese games always have this type of running around, shooting at stuff. I don't know how to explain it, I'm not Japanese, but a lot of the games look similar to me. And the quick actions are pretty badass, sometimes when you're playing a quick action game, you don't pay attention to the details of what your character is doing, because you're too, into the game of just pressing a button. So by the time you're done with the quick animations, or whatever you want to call it, you're like, how did I do this? How the hell did this guy just die? And you pay attention. So, but this one, you have time, you can see what you're doing, and the quick actions actually make sense to me, it's not some random bullshit, you press buttons and then he explodes, or, some garbage like that. So, I'm going to tell you the story as what I think this game is about. It's about this guy you're playing as, and, kind of like God of War, they betray you, so they try to kill you, but I guess, you recover and you become much more powerful and grow on a revenge story trying to save your daughter as some bullshit like that, some typical saving people stuff like that. So as you can see my face, I'm getting pummeled into the ground, look like a dumb bitch. But as you can see right here, this girl's getting raped or some bullshit like that, and your whole point is to destroy all the gods or something like that. This is actually a demo, so I don't know the whole game, but the whole time you're supposed to kill enemies that come at you, same old, but and you have to save your daughter, I guess. So right when you start the game, it doesn't tell you anything in the demo. It just tells you, it just shows you talking to that big fat son of a bitch, and you just have to basically beat him. So right here, this is really weird. You think it's going to be medieval type of, fighting statues and some bullshit like that, but no, they have an advanced ship which looks like the Halo ship, actually, one of the Covenant ships or whatever you want to call it. Looks just like that. As you can see, the massiveness of the distance and how big things are is pretty badass. I love games like that make really big enemies and stuff like that, so you can just crush them, destroy them. And in this game, you can see you can hit the stuff towards the enemy, shoot stuff back, and the whole point of it is there's always a bar, there's always a meter you have to fill up, and after that you press R2, because I'm playing PS3, and you do some burst or counter, and you get on with the game. So the game is very fast paced. It's not, as you can see right now, press R2 to shoot one of these things, and then it gives you quick action to press the triangle, which would be the Y, I think, on the 360. And here comes down that big fucking massive ass ship, and the enemies, which I don't get, is they seem so easy to use, since you're like a fucking badass motherfucker, you're like, you have like 6 arms like that, Indian god or whatever the fuck it is. But, it's pretty badass. I think that this character is probably one of those where it's too overpowered, He's too strong. Even though you're fighting a big guy like that, you're still keeping up with him. You're on the same pace and stuff. And I suggest you guys go and try the demo for yourself. You guys see what I'm talking about. This game is nothing like I've ever played, and I'm not sure if anyone has ever made a game like this before. if you have, just call me, you know, write down a comment showing me, you know, there's a game like this, give me a name, a link, I don't know, something like that. But for me, this is definitely the first time. It's pretty sick. I like it actually. I mean, who doesn't like fast-paced action, like fight, like these fucking fighting games are pretty fun. And this one, it's not all fighting, I guess, you know, it's... actually it is all fighting. Look at that badass fucking scene. All I gotta do is push his fist back and then shove it up his ass. And what I don't understand is, if he's a god, why is he fat? He's not in shape. Stupid, I guess. Look at me just going through his back. I'm a fucking monster, I guess. You are actually a monster in this game. It looks like it with your white eyes and shit. Holy shit. That guy just flew all the way up there. That is crazy. See what I mean? Like, no other games has ever done that. It's pretty sick. Now, as you progress through the demo, it tells you more of the story, you know, of what the fuck you're doing. Because games that don't have a background story, it's just a nonsense after nonsense of fighting, killing, and then you don't know what the fuck is going on. But this game, it does not start with the story. It starts off with you just fighting, and then the story develops of telling you what the hell is going on. Now, I'm not sure that they will do this in the main game, but in the demo, that's what it is, so why not? Just go with it, you know? And right now, I don't know what the fuck he's doing. I guess he's powering up or some shit. He's doing something. I don't fucking know, you know? What the fuck is that? Holy shit. That is a big motherfucking enemy right there. Now, see, that's what I'm talking about. That's a big-ass enemy. That's what I like in my games. Big-ass enemies. But that is just too much. How the fuck am I supposed to kill this? Holy shit. Alright, guys. This is going to be 2 parts. This is part 1. So, come back for part 2, guys. And thanks for watching.